Most beginner AI videos make one of two mistakes. They either bury you in jargon or they turn into a tour of one tool. If you feel behind, neither approach actually helps. The real problem is not that you are too late. The real problem is that most advice starts in the wrong place. The beginner problem is not intelligence. It is overload. New tools appear every week, tutorials keep getting longer, and everyone online acts like you should already understand everything. But normal people do not need all of AI. They need one useful way to start. In this video, we will follow one simple example. Maya is a non-technical operations coordinator. Every week, she spends hours turning messy meeting notes into summaries, follow-up emails, and task lists. That is the kind of work where AI can help if you use it carefully. By the end, you will have a 6-stage roadmap. Pick one job, understand strengths and limits, give better context, verify results, build one repeatable workflow, and create a 30-day learning loop. This is not a coding course, and it is not a hype reel. It is a practical roadmap for normal knowledge work. The goal is not to become an AI expert overnight. The goal is confidence, judgment, and one repeatable result that makes your real work easier. Think of the journey as a funnel. We start broad with confusion, narrow to one task, build one safe workflow, and then widen again into a repeatable way to keep learning. The order matters because beginners usually fail by trying to expand too early. Stage 1 is picking one job. The first mistake beginners make is trying to learn AI as a subject. That is too big. Start by choosing one recurring task you already do that feels slow, repetitive, or mentally draining. For Maya, that job is post-meeting follow-up. She writes notes, drafts a summary email, and turns action items into tasks. That routine happens every week, so even a small improvement creates repeated value. A lot of people start by asking, what is the best AI tool? That is the wrong first question. The better question is, which task would save me time every single week if I improved it? This stage matters because a clear task gives AI a useful target. Without a target, every tutorial looks important, every feature looks urgent, and learning becomes a pile of disconnected tricks. Now that the task is clear, the next skill is judgment. You need to know where AI is likely to help, where it is likely to drift, and why those are not the same kind of problem. Stage 2 is understanding strengths and limits. Most modern AI tools are best treated like fast first draft machines. They are useful for summarizing, restructuring, brainstorming, rewriting, and patterning language. They are weaker at guaranteed truth, hidden context, and accountable judgment. In Maya's case, AI can turn rough meeting notes into a cleaner summary, suggest a draft follow-up email, and group action items by owner. It should not decide what was actually agreed if the notes are unclear. The myth is that AI is either magic or useless. The reality is narrower and more useful. It is powerful when the task is fuzzy but low risk, and much weaker when precision, recency, or responsibility matter. So before every task, ask two things. Is this mostly a drafting problem or a truth problem? If the cost of being wrong is high, AI can assist the process, but it should not become the final authority. Once you know what AI is good and bad at, the next stage is learning how to ask for help in a way that produces something useful. Stage 3 is giving better context. Good prompting is less about clever phrases and more about a clear brief. Tell the tool what the task is, who the audience is, what good output looks like, and what to avoid. A practical prompt sounds like this. Here are raw notes from a 30-minute team meeting. Write a short follow-up email for busy coworkers. Use bullet points, keep a neutral tone, and list action items by owner and deadline. Beginners waste time hunting for a secret prompt formula. There is no magic sentence that fixes weak thinking. Better outputs usually come from better context, clearer constraints, and examples of the result you actually want. If the output is off, do not immediately blame the tool. Often the task was underspecified. Improve the brief the same way you would brief a human teammate who cannot read your mind. But even a clear prompt does not remove the need for review. The next stage is what separates safe AI use from embarrassing AI use. Stage 4 is verification. Verification is the skill that separates useful AI use from embarrassing AI use. The faster the system writes, the easier it becomes to miss a wrong detail that sounds confident. Maya checks names, dates, numbers, promised actions, and any statement that could change expectations. She compares the draft against her original notes before sending anything to the team. A common beginner trap is trusting fluent language, but polished wording is not proof. If the output affects money, security, contracts, health, or public commitments, verification should become stronger, not optional. This is why AI works best as a collaborator, not a substitute for judgment. Speed creates value only when review keeps the result trustworthy. Once one task works safely, the next mistake is trying to automate everything immediately. The better move is to turn one win into a stable workflow first. Stage 5 is building one repeatable workflow. Once one task works, do not jump to 10 more. Turn the win into a repeatable system with the same inputs, the same review points, and the same final format each time. Maya's weekly flow is simple. Capture notes, paste them into a structured prompt, review the summary, correct anything unclear, send the email, and copy tasks into her tracker. Same sequence every week. Many people try to automate too early. They connect tools, build chains, and save prompts before they even know what a good output looks like. That usually automates confusion. A stable manual workflow comes first. When the steps are clear, automation becomes easier and safer because you know which parts deserve trust and which parts still need human review. After that, the final stage is not another giant course. It is a short learning loop that turns one workflow into lasting judgment. Stage 6 is building a 30-day learning loop. You do not need to study all of AI. You need a month of deliberate practice on 1 or 2 useful workflows with enough repetition to notice what actually improves. Week 1, choose the task. Week 2, improve your briefing. Week 3, tighten your review checklist. Week 4, measure time saved, quality improved, and whether the workflow actually reduced friction. The trap here is tool hopping. New apps feel productive because they are new. But beginner progress usually comes from repetition, comparison, and better judgment, not from opening 5 different dashboards. After 30 days, you will know much more than whether AI is exciting. You will know where it helps you, where it misleads you, and what your next skill should be. So the roadmap is simple. Pick one job, learn the strengths and limits, give better context, verify the output, build one repeatable workflow, then run a 30-day learning loop. If this kind of visual roadmap helps, subscribe. This channel is not about hype or one-off tricks. It is about turning complex modern skills into practical systems you can actually use. If you want a follow-up, the strongest next videos are AI for work automation, prompt design that is not gimmicky, and a beginner roadmap for using AI without making risky mistakes. One final note, tools, interfaces, and pricing will keep changing. The durable skill is not memorizing a product. It is learning how to judge, structure, and improve your own workflow.